Okay guys, so some may call me extra, and I might be, but I really wanted to label everything I'm making for Thanksgiving. So I wrote down and I doubled it for like when if I'm bringing the same thing to my in-laws in my parents' house, I wanted to make sure that I doubled it. So I have s'mores cookies, maple cinnamon frosting, s'mores cookies, cornbread cookies. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna make all this. We gotta see how everything turns out, but I would rather be prepared than not. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do it. I guess I'll start with this one first. So I'm a little nervous. I did the other ones. This is the first one I printed, so I wasn't sure how I was gonna print it out. I guess I'll just take off the black line. I didn't want to, but I wish I had one of those scrapbooking like cutters, which I really need for scrapbooking, but I don't. So, and I'm not the best when it comes to cutting at all. I don't think it has to be that perfect, but guys, I just got done cutting them. Some of them have like a little bit of black on the edges, but I don't think it bothers me that much. Maybe this one. Wait, yeah, this one looks a little funny. Yeah. But now what I'm gonna do is try to evenly fold them. So I'm gonna take the paper. Never done this before. Oh gosh, I'm nervous. Okay, I'm just gonna try to evenly fold each one. Oh, so cute. Not only for Thanksgiving, but this idea is perfect for like if you have a birthday party or something you're hosting. As long as you have cardstock and a printer. I know a printer can be expensive, but if you don't want to order anything online, you can literally just make it yourself. OMG, that is so cute. This makes me so giddy, I swear. My first cheesecake ever, and I'm praying that it doesn't crack, but so far it's looking not too shabby. We'll see what happens, but praying that it stays good. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are doing amazing. It's the day before Thanksgiving, and we are going to start prepping our baked goods for tomorrow. So last night I did do a salted caramel cheesecake. I actually like have everything in order, how I want to bake it, and also like each thing. But I made the salted caramel cheesecake last night, and it's currently in the fridge setting completely. It did not crack so far, so I'm very, very happy. In a little bit, I'll show you what it looks like. The most trouble I had, honestly, was just seeing when it was done. I felt like I could not tell because everybody shows different things. Some people show it like swishing and swashing, and some people show a little jiggle, and some people show like no jiggle. So I just waited until like the middle was a little bit wobbly, and then the sides were completely set. Like I could definitely tell they were set, and I just took it out, and I'm hoping for the best, but I'm praying that it's good. So I made the salted caramel cheesecake, and I feel like these are super handy dandy whenever you like have something you're baking for, like a hosting thing or Thanksgiving, anything like that, because you can write down the recipes, and then it's like index cards, so you're just like flipping through, oh, what's the next recipe? And then I also put like where I get the recipes from too, if I get it from anywhere, because then it helps me like remember, and I could just look it up really quick. But yeah, so the cheesecake I already did, And then I took out the eggs and butter already for the regular s'mores. And then I'm gonna make chocolate s'mores too, so regular and chocolate. And then I have it written on this one, so I might move it to a blank index card, a recipe card. But cornbread cookies I'm also making, so that's next. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add the dough to the fridge, because even if the recipe doesn't call for it, I always put my cookie dough in the fridge just to make sure that it doesn't spread crazy, and that's just always a rule for me. And also baking cookies 11 to 12 minutes is like a rule too. So what I'm gonna do is put the cookie dough in the fridge, and then I'll prepare it later. And then after that, I want to start on the pumpkin pies, because those can be sitting in the fridge, and also the pumpkin flans. And then after I have the cookies baked, the cheesecake done, pumpkin flan, pumpkin pies done, 2 of each of those. I think I'm gonna 2 of each of the pumpkin pie and the pumpkin flan, by the way. I think I'm going to, what is left, and then I have to make cornbread and deviled eggs for my in-laws, because that's like what they assigned me to bring. So those are gonna be the last things I make, because I know cornbread has to be warm, and like I don't want to put it in the fridge and it just like get all dry. So, and then after that, I want to do frostings for the cornbread and for the pumpkin pie. So like a maple, I think for the pumpkin pie it's like a honey, hold on, it might be actually this maple whipped cream, I think. I could be wrong. And then for the cornbread, I'm actually doing teenies. Don't come for me. Her recipe on, I've done her mac and cheese before and it was really good. So her cornbread, I feel like I do trust, hopefully. It was either between hers or Tony Chapman's. Teenies, I also need to make a whipped maple cinnamon butter. And then I know I need a frosting for the cornbread cookies, and then a frosting for the pumpkin pie. And then in the morning of Thanksgiving, which is tomorrow, I'm gonna wake up super early. And I'm kind of confused about, because I need to make a caramel for the cheesecake, but also it like hardens and stuff. And then I also want to make sure it baked all the way, which I'm pretty sure it did, because it's off the sides of the thing anyways. But I wanted to make sure like my cheesecake's set. I don't want to like take it over there and then it not be set. Like, this is my first time making cheesecake. Well, I made it before, but I know I messed up in the beginning, because all your ingredients have to be completely room temp, and they are not lying, because there's a big difference. Like I literally warmed up the cream cheese in the microwave and left out the yogurt, and the eggs were fully room temp, and it came out so silky, so soft. It was amazing. Also, I know I probably should have drawn yesterday, but my cards came out amazing. I just put them in a Ziploc bag. They're so cute. But before I keep rambling, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna go to tend to my garden really quick, because it does need a little watering. I gotta finish a load of laundry, and then I'm gonna start baking, and I want to bring you guys on this journey with me. I bake for every single holiday. I just never really record it, so I'm happy I'm finally able to document my journey, because I don't know, I just think it's so nice to be able to record this, so, and to be able to look back on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you get ideas for next year and maybe for Christmas too. And let's get started. Or is that a moth? What is that? The tip for if you have eggs that are too cold for you to start baking with, you just add it to some warm water and let it sit, and it should get to like room temp. But that's how I kind of rush the process. I'm just gonna add a little bit at a time. 2, 3. A little bit more. Just barely combine. You don't want to overmix it. Sometimes the biggest struggle with baking so much stuff is that you end up like running out of space in bowls, especially if you don't have a lot. So these are like my go-to mixing bowls, and I only have 2 of them. So what I'm thinking is I do have these containers that I store stuff, like when I carry things places, like desserts. I have these. I have a couple of them. So what I think I'm gonna do is add some of the dough in here. Like I'll do the regular chocolate, the chocolate, super chocolate. I don't really care if they're touching, honestly. They get pretty hard. I'm pretty good with cookies, so I think we'll be fine. But I think I'm gonna add them like this, and then the cornbread one and the other one, and then after I bake, I'll clean them, obviously, and then if I need them for tomorrow, we can use them. But I'm gonna add the cookie dough to this container. And these recipes don't call for it to be refrigerated, but I'm telling you, that's a rule for me. When it comes to cookies, I feel like most of the time they all have to be like that. I mean, maybe not, maybe I'm wrong. But I think this is perfect, and then I can add the chocolate to the other side. And then I might make another batch if I have any leftover vanilla and butter. Might make another batch of this regular kind. And now I'm gonna clean up my mess, put this in the fridge, and then we'll move on to our next cookie. Good vanilla from Mexico. If you get the reference, let me know. Okay, great. Well, how much vanilla do you want? Okay. Always scrape down the sides. to show you guys real quick. I have the regular and the chocolate. I'm gonna cover it up and put it in the fridge until I'm ready to bake. So the recipe calls for honey. I have a dilemma. I don't have honey. I have maple syrup. I don't know why I didn't even think about that. So I have a little bit of honey left. I'm actually kind of nervous now because I need to get honey. Like I actually need it because I'm making actual cornbread. And these are cornbread cookies. I gotta mix this longer. All the honey that I freaking have. I'm so pissed. That's like no honey. Perfect. Okay guys, so we're done with the cheesecake so far, except the topping. I'm with the s'mores regular and s'mores chocolate. And we are done. Well, not done baking, but done with the batter. And the baking part's easy. You just put it together. And then the cornbread cookies, which I'm so upset. I did not have honey. I thought I had honey. I didn't, so I had to use maple syrup, but... really hurt yourself. currently taking like a little lunch break, but I've gotten super far. It's already 12. I made 3 cookie doughs, 2 pumpkin pies, and I made a cheesecake last night. Well, I guess I got super far. Maybe not, because I haven't actually baked the cookies, but honestly, this is going by pretty fast. So I'm gonna take a little lunch break, and then I'm gonna start on the flan. And then I noticed I only have 1 can of pumpkin left, and I was supposed to make 2 flans. So I need 2 pumpkin pies. Ignore my daughter. She's upset because she has to clean her room. But anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna start on the pumpkin flan, and then after that, we'll just see what happens. Hopefully my husband will be able to get off in time so he can go get me the rest of the ingredients. So I just took the pies out the oven. I'm not gonna lie, I think I overbaked it just like by like 5 minutes, because last time I took them out they were more jiggly. And I also forgot to cover the crust halfway, but it's because I got distracted with my kids. So like I completely forgot to take care of the pies. I forgot they were in the oven. So when my timer went off, I was like, oh shit, like, oh shoot, it's already been 30 minutes. But they're not really like, well, right now they're not jiggly, but when I had them in the oven, they were a little bit more jiggly, but not like how they were last time. Like last time they were way more jiggly. So I might have overbaked them, but it's just gonna have to do because I got kids and I got distracted. Graham crackers, marshmallows, Hershey bar again. For about 12 minutes, flipping halfway, and then these are the other ones. They look so good. They look amazing. Once they flatten, they just look so much better. I think I'm gonna add pieces of chocolate chips to the top. What I like to do is I like to take the chocolate chips. Ignore this, I burnt myself with caramel the other day. But I like to take the chocolate chips, and then sometimes I just half it so I don't have to use a full one, and I feel like it just looks good. Like that. Mommy! Mommy! So cute. Wow. Phenomenal. I feel like I've been slacking on updating. My daughter's singing right now. But I made the cornbread ones, and I have some in the oven. I'm just waiting for them to get done. I wait till the sides are a little bit crispy. That's how I like my cookies, and just flake those. I think I'm just gonna do butter noodles because that's all I have.
Mommy, I love her.
Yeah, be nice, guys. It's okay, as long as you're being nice and you know you did wrong. Make it pasta. Go. No. It's not time yet. Not the best meal, but everything I had on hand. have to use bags. Containers, so. This is for the pumpkin. I'm a little sad. Some of my cornbread cookies broke when they were in the container. So I don't have as many, and I'm debating if I should make more right now. But the flan came out good. I put a knife in it. It came out clean, so that means it's done. I'm gonna let this cool. Then I'm gonna stick this in the fridge. And real quick, I want to show you guys my cheesecake. No cracks. That's just a reflection of the saran wrap if you see any marks, but literally no cracks. Perfect cheesecake for my first time. I'm so proud of myself. I will be doing Teeny's cornbread recipe. I don't know if I'm gonna record. I think I'm just gonna do it and I'll show you guys what it looks like after. I feel like I recorded so much already, so I'm just gonna show you guys what it looks like after, and then I'll show you everything I made. Hey guys, the cornbread came out fabulous. It looks weird, but this is how Teeny's look. But yes, so fluffy. Ugh, I love it. Honestly though, I tried a little piece like that fell off. And I don't think I'm the biggest fan of cornbread, but, and also, I don't know how I'm gonna heat this up tomorrow because I gotta go to my mom, so I'm not gonna be able to heat it up unless I get back, or I'm just gonna have to tell them they're gonna eat cold cornbread because, I don't know, but it does look good. And then we got the cornbread, deviled eggs, 2 pies, flan, oh, cheesecake, different flavored cookies, regular s'mores, double chocolate s'more, and then cornbread cookies, and then more cookies down there, so. My cheesecake came out perfect, I think. Now I just have to make the topping, and I'm gonna start on that right now. I'm gonna stick this in the fridge for later. Guys, I'm so proud of myself. My cheesecake came out so good. I'm gonna put it in the fridge. I wanted to go ahead and cut it because I wasn't sure how the caramel was gonna set. So I went ahead and cut it. So like, just in case it does harden a little bit, it wouldn't have been like, you know, I wouldn't have been able to serve it. So I went ahead and cut it, and then it should go to room temperature later, and then everyone can eat. But it is so perfect. I can't believe this is my first cheesecake ever that I actually tried really hard on. Get ready at my mom's house because it's 3 hours away and I have no time to get ready right now. But I have the cornbread. This is for my mom's. This is for my in-laws. And then I packed this to make a frosting at my mom's house. Well, my Nana's house. And then I have the 2 pies. One's going to my in-laws. One's going to my mom. Ignore the mess. I have to make room for everything. My cheesecake looks phenomenal. My flan's there. I'm going to flip it later. The frosting for the cornbread, I made more. I didn't show you guys that, but I made more frosting for the cornbread cookies. And then deviled eggs. This is my outfit check for today. So I'm wearing this. Honestly, this came out way too big, so that's not the cutest as it could be. And my makeup looks horrible, but I got ready in like 2 seconds. I'm wearing this and some of these. Sad video?
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am. Cynthia, look, cheese. 1, 2, 3, throw them. Woo!
This is all dessert?
My YouTube real quick.
All this dessert?
So I never got to film an outro, so I just wanted to go ahead and say thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, and stay tuned for the next video because I will be doing a craft for Christmas.